So, we do stuff like that.
Candace Owens, what's your thoughts on Candace Owens?
Candace Owens, I'm a big fan of hers, always a good person. I met her many times, was always genuine, always looked out for me. One of the first times I met her, people were doing like hit pieces on conservatives, trying to dig into history. She was like, hey, they're trying to come after you. Like I'm hearing some things. Like she always look out. Just a really, really genuine person. She is really like that. People might see her and they may think that, oh, that's not really her. She's pretending. No, that's her 100%.
Who overranks themselves more, men or women?
Oh, I would say the women. Yeah, for sure. Ain't no doubt about that. Men kind of like underrank. We're kind of like more self-deprecating, but the women, hey, you know what? I'm a 10. You look like, a lunch lady, but I'm a 10.
Kendra G show, you said that you watch it. I watch it sometimes too. I've noticed that a lot of women who would be considered beautiful, very pretty, very attractive, have lower requirements than a woman who would be considered average or below average by most society standards. Why is that? There used to be a day where the least attractive woman, and I'm talking in generalities, would be the most humble. Like, all right, cool, this is where I'm at, this is what I can get, let's make it work. But now it's like, no, everyone needs an ABL. What happened?
Well, there's a few things going on. First, the woman that is attractive and can get whatever she wants, she didn't already had it, so she's not really impressed by it. It's not really a thing. What she wants is a more realistic and just a more a natural, a more organic connection. She's not really worried about all the extra stuff. He got to make $100,000. He got to be 6'8", play basketball, shoot dice. She's not really worried about that because all that's accessible to her. It's a real thing for her to be able to have. Yeah. It's like, okay, if you're a millionaire, you're not trying to say, I got to get $1 million. You already got it. So it's not really a big deal to have $1 million. But to women that are a little bit less attractive, lunch lady-esque, okay, big back-esque, they are trying to get that thing they never had. It's a fantasy for them.
It's a fantasy.
But also, here's something else. The dating apps. The dating apps have kind of ruined it because here's what happens. On a dating app, a woman that might be a 2 or a 3 at best now has access to every guy, everybody, even the 10s. A 10 will on a slow Tuesday go ahead and slide in the 3's DMs. Okay, normally she would never get this guy at all. Slow Tuesday, yeah. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams for that one. Yeah. But you would never be able to have that connection normally without the apps. But now she can have access to the whole world. So because she had one quote unquote 10 guy from an app for one night, now that's the new standard.
I saw a woman on Kendra's show who said that she needs a guy who makes $500,000 a year. And her reason was because her ex made $500,000 a year. And when Kendra kind of drilled in, it wasn't a real relationship, it was a casual relationship.
Right, of course.
But that's her new bar because he made $500,000. $500,000.
500, and they don't have any real concept of what money is. They have no idea. They just think, oh, 500,000, yeah, he made it, so you can make it too. Not realizing how rare that is. And then, like you said, talking about that's her ex. Was it your ex or was it like just some kind of hookup type situation? Okay, if you want to get that, it's guys that do that. But see, what'll happen is they want that hookup guy to be now the relationship guy.
Wow.
But it was never that. So you never really had that. It's a fantasy. It's what they want, it's what they crave, but they're never really going to get it because they never had it.
Is your goal to have children? Is that in your equation?
I mean, that's a thing that I would like to do, but if it doesn't happen, that's fine. I got nieces, nephews, and people that kind of look up to me, so that's okay too. But definitely kids, that's why I got married, was to have kids, but unfortunately it didn't work out. Okay.
You know what I realized, and I don't brought it up because you brought it up. We both are married, and we're both no longer married. People are very insensitive about when men get divorced.
Yeah.
They'll type, and I still remember what to do with you, and they type it out. Oh, I thought you were married. Like, obviously not. If he's talking like
right.
this, but there's no soft tone. It's not how are you doing. It's just very insensitive.
Yeah, they don't care at all. They don't care at all. Now, if it's a woman, it's a whole different story. And then it becomes kind of like the blame game about the man. Oh, what did he do? Did he cheat? All this and that and the third. I got that from some of my family members. Was another woman? It's like, nah, they want like this didn't work out. But yeah, that's one thing. Men, we don't get the sensitive treatment. We don't get the caring. So that's why I tell people, as a man, you got to be kind of cold-hearted.
Yeah.
You got to be, because ain't nobody going to really give you them kid gloves, and you can't expect it.
It's all on you. It's all on you to do. All right, so you and I are both pro-relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So there are people on the web who say, F these bees, screw them, that's it. Like, no dates, who you going to, if you have a work event, who are you going to bring? And then you have the people who are hardcore, they call it the blue pill. I'm not really into the whole pill thing, but they're maybe overly lovey-dovey and optimistic. What's up with the middle, where people want to build a quality relationship with a quality woman? There aren't a lot of conversations about that.
Yeah, because the middle is not as sensational as the extremes. That's the thing. You know, once you get into the RP stuff, a lot of these podcasts that talk about that gets a lot of views, a lot of attention. Oh, he wrecked her, all this and that. And then you get into the more, soft kind of beta male, kind of LGBT space. Now that's a thing that gets a lot of people that are interested in that. But the regular people in the middle, we kind of get ignored in all the extreme attention.
It's not as popular.
Nah.
It's not as popular. You made a video about a transgender woman who was in a Planet Fitness bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What's your thoughts on the transgender community?
Look, my thing is, what's going on is that the door kind of got open. I'm going to kind of go back a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
So Barack Obama, when he first ran for president, he was anti-gay marriage. He was like, we're not going to have gay marriage. It's not going to be a thing we do. Once he becomes president, bait and switch. Oh, okay, now I'm the LGBT president. Let's have gay marriage. So then once gay marriage happens, that opened the floodgate. People say, oh, just let them get married. It's just two men, it's just two women. It's like, no. See, that's not what they do. They start at a certain place, and then they keep on going. You got to draw a boundary. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I talk about weed a lot because that's a good example of this. Weed,
the gateway.
As a gate, like, see, look, weed was always like this taboo kind of drug. It was kind of illegal, but kind of legal. It wasn't really a big deal, but it was. It wasn't a thing that was accepted legally. But then once you just remove that from the taboo space, there's nothing else to occupy that space. There's no other barrier for other things. So it's like, okay, what do we put there now? Now they're talking about legalizing shrooms. And then once you go to the West Coast, California, you could pretty much shoot heroin, smoke crack outside, and you're not going to get arrested. It's all good. Matter of fact, the Biden administration has sponsored these crack kits. You ever seen these?
No.
A crack kit has a crack pipe, fresh stuff in the package, crack pipe, a heroin needle, chapstick, because if you're smoking your crack, you might have your lips get chapped and stuff like that. It has a bunch of different things in there. Maybe probably some Narcan too. So if you OD, you can revive. All of that in the pack. They give it out for free. So they're giving you the paraphernalia. They're incentivizing the drug use. You see, but it all started from when weed was kind of taboo. It's not anymore. Now shrooms. Now here's the crack kit. Same thing with the transgender. Okay, gay marriage. All right, 2 men, 2 women, we redefine marriage. Okay, so since you could be a man getting married to a man, why can't I be a man and say that I'm a woman and be treated as such? Why not? Why can't I do that? And what that did was open the door to cold perverts, mostly men, who want to be in women's spaces. I saw this sorority in Wyoming. You have regular sorority sisters, and then you get this big 6'2", 280-pound white dude talking about some, I'm a sorority sister. Like no female clothing, looking like a whole plumber in there. All right. And the women are like, this guy's in the mutual space, that they have a sorority house on the couch, looking at women halfway dressed, getting out the shower. That's their goal. They used the whole LGBT thing to get into that space. Same thing with Planet Fitness. Why is a man in there with a towel shaving? For what? Why can't you do that in the men's room? It's because he wants to be in the women's space, a place where you shouldn't be, by using the whole LGBT thing. And the woman asked him, hey, what are you doing in here? I'm a woman. You can't tell me anything different. Looking like Tim the Two-Man Taylor, Bob the Builder. But yo, I'm a woman. What you gonna do? I'm LGBT. And then she's going to the front desk and like, we can't do anything because Sage is a woman. And that's the thing. It's to open the door for the perverts to come in and do whatever they want to do.
Men were speaking up about this early, and we got silenced by a lot of women.